Hey guys, this is Lane from Stepping Back in Time. Today I want to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart because it's something that we have faced personally for the last 15 years. It's something that goes hand in hand for us with homesteading would be our journey with infertility.
Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Lane, and we're stepping back in time. When I think about the quintessential, American family farm, it always brings images to my mind of, the kids running in the yard and family picnics and heirloom treasures that are passed down from generation to generation. But for us, that kind of hasn't been our story. It's just been me and my husband. And we've been in this state of waiting and praying and trying to grow our family for a really long time. And there's been a lot of ups and downs along that, over a decade and a half of our lives. There's been a couple times where we could have adopted and they have both fallen through. And there's been many times when we thought we were pregnant and weren't. And there's been many times where we've faced heartache and disappointment and trouble, and it just seems like it would keep piling up sometimes. But I know this is something that a lot of couples face. There's a statistic that 1 in 8 of every couple have had problems when it comes to trying to conceive. So I know that it's something that is important to address and talk about even in the homesteading community. So it's something that I want to help bring light to. I've always been open about our struggles because we come to it from a place of faith. We have put it in God's hands, and even though we're still in that place of waiting, we have faith that He's going to someday bring us through. And that's another reason why homesteading is so important. Because of this journey, it's one of the main reasons why we've turned to, alternative medicines, learning to grow our own food, to try to get away from as many preservative and chemicals as we can, because it's affected our ability to conceive. I mean, there was a time when I was 18, 19 years old going to the doctor, and they tell me that our only chance of having a family might be by having IVF or IUI. So that was terrifying. So we began to start looking up, how to grow our own food, how certain nutrients and hormones and all of these things affected, what we were going through. But by facing this, it also opened up a whole new world of possibilities to us. It was hard. It's something that we've dealt with for, again, 15 years. It's something that we're still dealing with. But there's kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to our journey, because no, we're not pregnant. No, we've never seen a positive pregnancy test in that amount of time. But because of our desire to have a family, and because of researching and reaching out and finding that community and prayer team and having people that support you and on your side, it's given us an opportunity to turn something that could completely devastate us into something, for the glory of God, for our own good. It's been probably 10, 11 years now from the time where we started to grow our own food and to learn about ways that we can help reduce the amount of toxins that we were exposed to, and learn how to just try to live more sustainably in an effort to get us to a place where our bodies were healthy enough to, have a child of our own. So in that process, it's taken us a while, like a lot of trial and error. We've had some gardens that have completely failed, and we've had some that have been like picture worthy, things that we were very proud of. For me, a lot of the reasons why I was drawn to the garden, for not only the nutritional aspect of it, but I was able to put my hands to the soil and actually produce fruit, to have something tangible in my hands that kind of was the opposite of what I was feeling and able to do in my own body. The garden produces something of an abundance, and that's something that, again, I wasn't able to do personally. There, I could produce life. There, I could put my hands to the soil and I could find new growth and new beginnings and hope when it was something that I desperately needed because I couldn't find that in myself. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why we are so excited to not only be sharing, this part of our journey, but to be sharing, the next step in that. We're focusing on building a house right now, so that's going to be our future home where we are going to be raising a family and looking into fostering and adopting and finally getting to that sweet place that we've been praying for so long now, and for so many of you guys who have been on this journey alongside of us, who have been praying with us as well. This house is huge, and I don't know if a lot of people get the magnitude of how big it is. I mean, this is something that we've been praying for so long, and it's finally, I can finally see some light at the end of the tunnel. So I say all this to say that this is something that I know a lot of people struggle through, and I want you to know that you guys are not alone, that this is something that is really taboo in my life. I mean, we're open with it because I think that's something that God has laid on our heart. He's given us some thick skin, I guess, maybe, but I've always been open about it because I've had the need to reach out to others because I've struggled with it myself, and I needed that support, I needed that encouragement, I needed the prayers. So I hope that we can be that for others, that if you're going through this yourself, send us a message, send us a comment, something, just let us know, and we'll add you to our prayer list. I have a group of ladies that I'm so proud of them. We banded together and decided that we were going to stand in faith for each other. And I call them my Fab Six. So if you are part of that group, I'm excited to share your story too. Ever since we started praying for each other and getting together and sharing, parts of our story in our lives, God has moved in every single one of their lives. And I'm the last one standing. So before we know it, we're going to have a house full of babies. And we're going to see that the greatest dream of our lives come true. So just hold on to hope and don't be discouraged. And when those hard times come, know that, hard times are fleeting. And that's one of the things that we stand on. That's one of my mottos. Hard times are fleeting, but determined people are not. So we have chose to face this battle with everything that we have in us. And to others, it may not, seem like we're fighting as hard as we can, but we're resting in this time, knowing that good things are coming. So I encourage you all to reach out to, pray for those in your arena that, are going through this, and just, put it in the Lord's hands, and He'll make a way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. I hope to share, more videos in the future because I have a heart for this. I think it's something that the Lord has really, pushed me towards more sharing and talking about in an effort to help those who are kind of struggling and hurting in this area too. So thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.